Today on Prime Time with Nicholas, please help me welcome Jonas with the Giver. Well, thank you. Nice to meet you too, Nicholas. Really a pleasure. Nice to meet you too. Okay, we have a lot to get to today, so let's start from the beginning. From my understanding, you were given a pretty important role within the community. Can you tell us what that was and what was it that you did? So, I was chosen for the role of being the new receiver of memory. This basically means I held all the memories from our society, the good and the bad. I didn't do it by myself though. I had the help of the current receiver, which is known as the giver. He helped me process the memories that I would have received. Mind you, some of these memories weren't easy. It's safe to say that he was like a mentor. I respected him. I looked up to him. Can you share some of these memories that you're referring to? My very first memory that I received was skiing down a snowy slope. I will admit, at first it was pretty scary. I mean, it was something foreign to me, nothing I'd experienced before. However, as I let this memory digest, it was something special. It was fun, happy, exhilarating. This was definitely the beginning of my awakening. So, you had mentioned that some of these memories could be painful to experience. Can you elaborate? Okay, so as we know, or as I recently learned, life isn't filled with sunshine and rainbows. You're gonna have some tough moments. My first real memory of emotional pain was one about an elephant hunt. It was so sad and depressing to see that how humanity can be so cruel at times. This poor elephant was killed just for its tusk, and what even broke me more was watching its loved one react to the death. So, it's safe to say that prior to the ceremony and being chosen for the role as a new receiver, life in the community was pretty normal. In fact, enjoyable? Correct. The community was all I knew, is all we knew. Yes, the community was quite strict and had some funky rules to follow, but it was our home. I mean, look, it's not like we had our freedom and then plucked into a box of confinement. We were born into this box. This was our reality. We were taught to love the system. I see. So when you became the new receiver and saw the community with a different lens, how did it affect you and your perception of the community? Well, if I'm being quite honest, it was a painful reality to learn. Like I said, I grew up in this, so learning how freedom and emotions felt was strange to say the least. I learned what love and freedom felt like, but I also learned about the pain and war that was inevitable in society. Was some of this hard to digest? Yes. Did it take me a while to come to terms with my new findings? Yes. But what really hurt me the most was knowing that the community I so loved and trusted was not what I thought it was. So you felt, in other words, betrayed? Exactly. Now, this brings me to my next question. You continue to mention the fact that the community was quite strict and regulated. So from my understanding, there was a lack of freedom. Yes, exactly. So in the community, what we caught this was sameness. We were taught that sameness was necessary to maintain order and control within our society. However, all that it accomplished was robbing the people of their individuality and emotions. For example, you can't lie, be rude or disrespectful, and if you are, you'll be punished. There's no space for freedom or error. It was so constricted. The community practices the release of people deemed not suitable for the community. Can you share your thoughts on this practice? The release is presented as a place where people go that are deemed not suitable for the community, for whatever reason it may be. However, as I got more educated, I've come to understand that it is more of a nicer way to say killing. It's horrifying to think that this community that we're supposed to trust disposes of people just for not fitting their social standards. This was such a troubling part of my new awakening, and was actually the thing that prompted me to leave the community. This actually brings me to my next question. You recently escaped the community with a baby named Gabriel. Can you tell us a little about your journey? It's definitely been a difficult journey, to say the least. We had to deal with extreme weather, hunger, and the community search queens that were out for us. But this journey was also filled with self-discovery and freedom. This has given me the opportunity to learn and appreciate the beautiful world that the community has restricted from us. I'm determined to give Gabriel a chance at true freedom and the ability to grow on his own. Can you tell us what drove you to make this difficult decision to leave? Leaving the community was not an easy decision, but it was necessary. It had come to the point where it was hard to ignore the truth about sameness and its horrors. I needed to find a place where emotions and freedom were allowed, not just for me, but also Gabriel. I am pleased to say that I succeeded in what I truly fought for. Finally, Jonas, what message or lesson are you trying to share across to the people watching? To everybody out there listening, understanding the importance and individuality of emotions and making your own decisions. Society's quest for control and sameness comes at a great cost, and it is important to question and fight for your rights. Emotions and choices are what make us human, so don't be afraid to break free and explore the world that awaits you. Trust that it's worth it. Thank you, Jonas, for sharing your inspirational and insightful story with us today. Your story is truly inspiring. Thank you for having me. It's truly been a privilege to share my story with you today. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to tune in for next week's edition.